This is the Metal Utopia podcast. I'm Hayden.
I'm Pico.
And I'm Joey.
So this week we've got a ton of great tracks lined up. I would say this is probably our strongest selection of tracks we've had in the 3 weeks we've been doing this.
I agree with that.
Oh, for sure.
So first up we do have the new Yob track, Screen, which isn't that a single off of their new album, or have they announced yet?
Yeah, it's off the new album, This Raw Heart.
Sweet.
Comes out in June.
There's so many good albums coming out this June.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Quite surprising. We have the new At the Gates. I believe we have the new Numenorian coming up then. And then we have Yob. And Ex Mortis too, I think.
Yeah. I think Ex Mortis is May.
Oh, late May.
1st.
Oh, okay.
That's great.
It's like a birthday present to me.
But yeah, I really dug this song. It kind of starts off with that simple, slow riff, and it builds off of it for the whole 9 minutes. But it's entertaining for the whole 9 minutes. I was captivated the whole time, at least.
Very much a minimalist kind of approach.
Yeah.
Which is very impressive. I've never really listened to Yob. Like, I think I've heard maybe 2 of their songs before.
That could be like 30 minutes of material.
I've heard half of a grindcore band's discography.
Yob, I've been a long time fan, but the main difference with this song is that it's way more minimalist and there's like less prominence on the guitars, or rather there's less prominence on guitar noodling, I guess. It's less psychedelic, that's for sure. Definitely.
I would say it's still like head crushing and the bass is loud, but I feel like the ambience is a lot less prevalent in this song than in their other albums.
Yeah, I really didn't get like I don't know, I've heard a lot of people describing this as you said, psychedelic, but as an outside, like someone who doesn't listen to Yob, this is my first like real experience noticing that it is Yob. I'm like, this doesn't really live up to what everyone's talking about.
Yeah, it was very riff-centric, not really psychedelic at all.
But I mean, it was good at being riff-centric.
Yeah, no, I enjoy it for sure, but I'm just saying, yeah, it didn't have the psychedelic feel that usually comes with them.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it sounds much more like traditional Doom in a way. Almost like Death Doom, just less aggressive.
Non-aggressive Death Doom.
I really liked the vocals in it, though. I thought it was a nice change of pace for them, because I feel like their vocals can be kind of grating from time to time.
I mean, I think Yob in general should just be listened to as an entire album, but that's when they shine the most, and their vocals are the least annoying. But I see where you're coming from if you're just listening to a single Yob track, for sure.
Yeah, like the first song off of I don't know what that album is called, but the one you look... Yeah, the first song on that album is kind of off-putting, but the longer you listen to the album, the better it gets, I think.
Oh, the closing track is fantastic.
While listening, it kind of reminded me of some of Swallow the Sun's earlier stuff, if you're a Swallow the Sun fan.
Yeah, I love Swallow the Sun.
I've heard some of their stuff, but I didn't really get that vibe.
It was just some parts of it. Like, a couple of times I'd be like, wow, this kind of reminds me of like Blink, like this song.
Yeah.
I suppose the lyrical themes are similar.
Yeah, I didn't really look at the lyrics.
Yeah, neither did I.
Like, if you can make out the lyrics, I mean, it was just my speakers, but it sounded like they were talking about, like, the removal of an illusion kind of thing. Like, loss of deceit.
Oh, okay.
Like, society-style illusion or, like, mental style?
Knowing Yob, I would probably opt for the latter. Yeah, just because psychedelia.
I see.
From what I heard, the singer went through a lot of like disease and went to a lot of hospitals before this album. Like, he almost died. I didn't see what it was, but he got super sick, and that's kind of what this album's about.
I was expecting some really heavy stuff.
Yeah, they delivered on very promising new sound. But I think fans of older Yob will be definitely in for a surprise when they hear this song for the first time.
Yeah, I think it'll probably be better as a whole album for sure. And I listened to it a couple times and I like it. It was better on subsequent listens.
my main gripe with it is that it almost feels like too simple.
Yeah,
Just for Yob standards. Like, they could have had more interesting stuff with the drums.
I can't argue that.
The drums. The bass could have done more. Because what I heard, the bass only played on the drum beats, which was not all that often. Especially for Yob. Their bassist is damn good, unless they got a new one.
It's an odd choice.
No, I think it's still the same crew.
The bassist is really good, unless he sucks.
Yob's bassist never sucks.
I don't think you can have a doom band if your bassist sucks.
You can have a band with just one bassist and a drummer.
Oh yeah.
I think the best part of this song there is just like how minimalist it is. Like, if you like that vibe of traditional doom minimalism, you're gonna love the screen. But if you aren't a huge fan of that, then you'll be like me, and you'll be like, this is a good song, but I might not listen to the whole album if it's like this.
Which is, I mean, both sides of it.
Yeah, it got me excited for the album. I'll definitely be checking it out. They'll probably release one more song before June.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'll definitely check out the album.
I won't check out the album, but if anyone talks about highlights from the album, I'll probably look at those.
It kind of feels like Yob took the heavier riffs from, the entire discography and just put it like in one song.
Yeah, just boiled it down.
Yeah, exactly. Simplified everything, and that's what you get. Instead of a 20-minute long track, you get a 9-minute, 50-second long one. So, bit of an improvement.
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, so this is my favorite of the week. This is Sleep's, off of Sleep's new album. Came out 4/20 because, stoner, that's what you do. Sonic Titan.
The song was a crusher. Sonic Titan's a perfect title for this song. Because it is a Sonic Titan.
So good.
It's amazing.
It's what, like 17 minutes?
I can't.
It might be a little smaller than that. 14.
I think it's 14.
Yeah, but it is. It's heavy throughout.
The new Yob is 12 minutes, 20 seconds.
Okay, yeah, there's a couple long ones on there. I can't remember the exact length. But it's heavy throughout. The bass tone is delicious. And I think the vocals sound really, really good.
Oh yeah, I love their vocals. They're so hypnotic. Like the way they just fall into rhythm with everything.
Their vocals sound like very, very stoned too. But I think if you listen to the lyrics, it's kind of an interesting theme that got going there. Like definitely more meaningful than Dope Smoker or their Holy Mountain album.
Yeah.
I also really enjoy their lyrics are almost rap-like to me, I guess, because like they rhyme so well and they bounce off each other. It's very fluid when he speaks.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I can definitely see the fluid.
Mm-hmm. It's probably the weed talking to. Let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Speaking through the marijuana.
I mean, imagine hotboxing a studio for 15 minutes.
For sure.
Yeah,
I really like this, especially like for me this was the icing on the cake for the album.
My favorite track off the album is still Jesus Butler. That's just because it sounds like Caius, and I can't get enough of that band.
Yeah, I don't think there was a bad song on the album, to be honest, but I just love how monstrous this song was.
I think the only way to improve it would have been to cut the intro in half. No need for it to be 3 minutes long.
I almost feel like they did that for.
They just extended for. I don't know. Because they're not going to make a 1.5 minute long intro. That would just be too short for them.
Yeah.
That's true. That's very true.
Who's going to complain about adding length to a Sleep album?
Me.
But yeah, I love how big this song was, every part of it.
Quite gigantic, yeah.
Head pounding, it puts you in a trance.
I think the one bass solo they have around the end is really good. I mean, it's not a very prominent one, but it still shows that Al is a fantastic bass player.
Oh yeah, and he just knows how to make it sound so good.
Super bluesy too.
Yeah.
So the solo at the end of this song, like, I couldn't get enough of it.
Yeah, Matt Pike was on fire this album.
Like, I listened to the whole song a lot. Yeah, I listened to the entire song a lot, but there were multiple times where I would just skip to the solo and listen to
Their solos are always probably one of the best parts.
Yeah. Yeah,
The only thing
Matt Pike puts all his feelings into his guitar solos, and they sound so good.
I think
Matt Pike is
He's a monster.
just an amazing guitarist in general.
Apparently, he's working on a High on Fire album too, so he's also prolific. That's pretty awesome. I would be okay with more of that.
The reason Sleep didn't record for so long is because they've been busy with the side projects.
Yeah, High on Fire and Ohm and stuff.
Ohm is so good too.
Yeah, it's all good material.
Yeah, but I mean, I can't complain.
I love Ohm.
I love High on Fire. Is it safe to consider Sleep a supergroup now?
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't call Sleep a supergroup. They're like the main group, and every other group they're part of I would call a supergroup.
Well, they kind of made themselves a supergroup.
I guess they started with Sleep, yeah.
They are all superstars, but they made themselves superstars through Sleep. Yeah. Yeah, like they're a supergroup in the way Metallica's a supergroup, where it's just like they're giant rock stars, but in their own way, not as mainstream.
Does Metallica even have side projects?
Yeah, no, that's true.
Like Khemmis might have a solo project, I forget.
He probably does.
I think he had like one solo
Just
album.
wall shredding, fantastic.
Yeah, nothing I need to hear.
Okay, good.
It was just Dope Smoker, except with a lot of wah.
Oh, that's terrible.
I would listen to it for the meme.
I mean, I feel like Sleep's probably gonna drop, another kind of Dope Smoker album for their next thing, just because that's what Sleep does.
What, another 20 years?
You never know. Could be in the next, 420 years.
Yeah.
This time it's gonna be 30 years.
That's right on. If you're still playing,
So, yeah,
every year 420 falls on a Friday. That's when they release albums.
that'd be pretty sick, not gonna lie.
I don't know. I wouldn't really like that. I would get like 3 albums, and then Matt Pike bites the dust.
Yeah.
Or someone bites the dust.
Al's biting the dust first.
Yeah.
He's smoking way too much pot for his own good. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem.
I don't know about you guys, but I follow Black Sabbath on Twitter, and I loved their 420 post. Did either of you see
No, I didn't.
No, I did not.
Oh, it was great. It was Tony and Ozzy, and both of them had a huge handful of weed, and then in front of a loaded table, they just had a mountain of weed.
Praise Wyoming.
And this is them like today. Like they took time out of their day to take this picture.
Well, they were probably already smoking all that pot, and they're like, "Oh, you want to take a picture?
Oh, yeah.
Go for it."
Good boy. Hey, Ozzy, you know it'd be funny.
No, it was definitely Ozzy's idea. Come on.
Oh yeah, good point.
It just took him 20 minutes to suggest it because he stuttered so much.
They already smoked the other half before Ozzy was able to get out the idea.
Back to the Sleep song, though. This is definitely going to inspire a bunch of new, stoner metal acts.
Yeah, I feel like Sleep heard what was going on in the stoner and doom metal scene, and they're like, "I really like this, but we're gonna show everyone what it really is." Yeah, because stoner is still good right now. It's not like it's a dying genre or anything, but I feel like Sleep just kicked them all in the balls.
I feel like this new album kind of sounds like the first Belzebong album, if you guys know them.
I know the name.
I think I've heard a few of them.
They're a Ukrainian stoner group, and their riffs are just right in your face, and their bass is just punching you in the balls at the same time. it sounds like you listen to Holy Mountain way too often, but I love it. And
Stoner and Doom bands have the best names.
I think every genre's been on the ups lately. I would say the only one that really hasn't shown any growth, it isn't even a metal genre,
Metalcore.
but like punk. I'm really disappointed in the punk genre. This is a call out. Trump's been president for 2 years. I've been expecting good punk for about 2 years because of that, and I haven't gotten anything.
well, American punk kind of sucks, but if you like, more punk from not America, there's some solid acts, like Propaganda.
Propaganda is solid.
Yeah, I mean, American punk was great like 10 years ago, 20 years ago.
Make American punk great again.
And I thought that's what Trump's campaign was, right? Isn't that why we elected him, so he could get more good punk bands?
Yes.
So yeah, my favorite thing about this song, Getting Back to Sleep, was easily the bass tone and the guitar solo at the end, like Hayden was saying. I think that's quite a tasty solo.
I think we're neglecting the drums there. The drums are the only thing I think we would improve for this album overall. Like, I remember Holy Mountain has the drum solo, and I think Dope Smoker has one too. And there's not a single drum solo in sight for the entire The Sciences album. It makes me really sad.
That's true. I think the drums, like, they play their part really well. It's not like they're missing or anything, but I agree, a drum solo would be nice.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, but yeah.
Or if they just hit harder, like more punchy drum sound, I think would be nice.
Yeah, a little bit. I've just been so entranced by Ails' bass.
Alright, there's no such thing as enough bass. It's no problem. Although, I think it's an interesting choice that he doesn't distort his bass. Like, I know a lot of stoner bands these days have a distorted bass tone, and Al just has this bluesy, really, like, low-end bass tone, which is really neat. It's a nice refresher.
I mean, I think it's great that he's just, I don't even know, like, he's confident enough to do that. I don't even know what to call it, but...
Yeah, doing a clean bass tone for stoner definitely takes some balls. You can't make much mistakes for that.
That's why they spent 20 years on it.
Yeah, true.
20 years writing bass riffs, tossed them together in 5 songs.
It's hard for me to tell just how long it's been since they've released an album, because, like, according to some websites, they released stuff in 2001, but according to other websites, they released stuff in, like, 99.
I think...
Okay, so Jerusalem was released in 99, and that was their main record label's release of Dope Smoker, which is a 20-minute track, as well as the entire Jerusalem trilogy, I think. But then Dope Smoker, the hour-long version, was released by a different label, who found it in their old discography and were like, we're publishing this.
Yeah,
because
the label refused to publish all of Dope Smoker. They said it was unsellable.
And then it sold several 100,000 at the very least.
Biggest stoner metal album of all time, I would say.
Definitely one of the most influential.
Yeah.
Just long-winded stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, the most influential is either the first Black Sabbath or Sleep's Holy Mountain.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, I mean, maybe Stoner Doom.
Yeah, and Holy Mountain was completely inspired by Black Sabbath.
Maybe Stoner Doom, but I would say Candlemass has a lot to do with influence. Like Epicus, Doomicus, Metallicus.
I guess, in the vocal department for modern stoner metal, yeah, I would agree with that. But,
I mean...
I always call Candlemass Epic Doom.
I mean, it was from 86, and it definitely... I mean, I wouldn't say it started a lot of trends, but it definitely caught on to a lot of them.
St. Vitus in particular.
Oh, yeah.
And Pentagram to an extent.
I can see some of Pentagram stuff. I don't think they really had the length to be doom metal.
You don't consider Pentagram doom metal? I'm talking like the first album.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. I always refer to the first album when it comes to doom down. Except for Sleep. This new album is fantastic. And I think if it doesn't top Holy Mountain, it comes, I think, as close as possible.
Oh yeah, I'd say they're on par with each other for sure. I've been listening to the Sciences nonstop, and because it's a brand new Sleep album, it's hard to like give it a non-biased judgment, but it's got to be at least as good as Holy Mountain.
I'll say this: my girlfriend, she doesn't listen to a lot of metal, but like I'll play it in the car with her sometimes, and I played the Sciences for her, and she really dug it. So I mean,
yeah, I think a lot of non-metalheads just love stoner metal in general, considering how like groovy it is and how riff-centric and relatively simple.
Yeah, if you actually listen and pay attention to it, there's a lot to like.
Exactly.
It's a very non-abrasive subgenre.
Mm-hmm.
Generally. Except for Monolord.
Generally.
Monolord is kind of a goof.
Yes, then we have like Monolord and Bongzilla. Like Bongzilla.
Well, Bongzilla is pretty abrasive.
Bongzilla is kind of fun.
Oh yeah, they're awesome.
Bongzilla is great. I love Bongzilla. But I mean,
but if someone doesn't like them, I get it.
I think now enough of stoner metal and psychedelic shit. Let's move on to the black metal.
Track 3?
3 is Deafheaven, Honeycomb, which is the most peaceful name I've ever heard of Deafheaven song.
Oh my god.
Like, they've just embraced that hipster black metal trend.
It was a very interesting name.
It's probably my favorite track of the week.
It's so great. It's easily my favorite track of the week.
Oh yeah, I can understand where you guys are coming from. The only reason it isn't my favorite is just because, like, sleep.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to define it. Just
different things suit different people.
Yeah, we all know that I'm not the biggest black metal guy.
Yeah, and I
don't hide it.
Absolute black metal fetish. So.
I'm not. I enjoy black metal here and there, but something about Deafheaven, they really put it all together for me. Like they've constantly gotten better. Every single release has been better, and this song is no different. I think the bass comes through a lot stronger, and I enjoy that a lot. The drumming throughout the whole track is great.
I think they've really embraced their hipster black metal trend at this point.
They should let them play. They should do what they want to do if it's gonna make them make great music like this.
No, exactly.
I don't need them to paint their face if they're gonna make great music without doing it.
Oh, for sure. Now, I think before they had a lot of that big black metal vibe and it's shoegaze, but this time we're seeing lots of different influences come up. We're seeing lots of post-rock. We're seeing very much a rock and roll solo.
Yeah, Dave Grohl would be proud of that solo.
Why Dave Grohl of all people?
Because Dave Grohl is like the face of rock right now, I'd say.
Nah, man, it's Nickelback.
No, Nickelback is like the meme of rock.
I would say
that's the joke.
Dude, everyone loves Dave Grohl.
Machine Gun
Also, I'm
Kelly,
in Seattle,
that's
so
the face. No,
like Dave Grohl gets a lot
Jonathan
of
Davis
love
with that
over
new
here.
solo album. He's the face of rock.
Okay. I stand by what I said because everything you guys have said has been bullshit. But yeah, I think that guitar solo sounds straight off the radio, but it fits well in the song, which is weird.
Has this song been played on the radio yet?
I mean,
I feel like Deafheaven could become radio friendly black metal.
Maybe if they cut off like 7 minutes.
I just don't think black. Yeah, the track length would be tough, but I don't think black metal is radio friendly is the problem.
Excuse me, we reviewed a Ghost song like last week.
Is Ghost black metal now?
In the way they dress, I guess.
I guess.
But yeah, the song.
The thing is with Deafheaven is that they've gotten a much more streamlined sound. Like even with the relatively long song length, it doesn't sound like there's supposed to be stuff that doesn't fit.
No, there's a lot of different influences that all blend together so smoothly.
Exactly. Like it's taking the minimalism Yob used, but then adds that black metal vibe to it, which I think makes this song perfect.
Yeah. And I also think George's vocals sounded really good on this track. Like they had a little bit more guttural sound to them this time around. It wasn't just the wail.
They were faded in the mix. My one issue with it is that I couldn't really understand anything it was saying, and I know it sounds stupid, but I can understand a lot of stuff off Sunbather. So,
really? I felt it was more understandable on this song.
Really?
That's weird, because I could actually make out a lot of what he said.
Maybe just because I listened to Sunbather a lot more.
Oh, I've listened to New Bermuda the most, but I love all their shit. But I've played this song probably at least over 10 times, and I think he's actually fairly understandable. But it might just be because I've heard it so many times and I know the lyrics by now. So
Did you look at the lyrics?
On the first time I heard it was on YouTube, and they have all the lyrics on in the description.
Not a true fan. You have to listen to it on Bandcamp, man.
It was posted to YouTube first.
That's not even true, Cole.
What are you, a poser? What are you, Deafheaven?
Full circle.
People are gonna listen to this podcast just expecting us to rag on Deafheaven.
Yeah, I think the hate for them is just kind of overblown. I think it's like a vocal minority. I don't think
people hated them, honestly.
So many people hate Deafheaven.
Yeah,
I know a lot of true fans that are not a fan.
It's very in to not like Deafheaven.
I mean, aren't there a lot
of like hating Nickelback?
Aren't there a lot of
they're kind of the memey black metal band.
I know there are a lot of
except they're actually good.
Really hate Ghostbath too.
Okay, I can understand the hate for Ghostbath
but
more.
I hear Deafheaven and Ghostbath in the same breath a lot. I've never listened to Ghostbath though.
I'm a huge Ghostbath and Deafheaven fan, so here's the way I see it. Deafheaven started the entire Black Gaze thing, but then Ghostbath listened to it and decided to meld DSBM with shoegaze, and so they got a lot of shit for it. But in my opinion, the first Ghostbath album came out the same year as the Deafheaven album, so most likely they were both listening to Alcest, and that's how the shoegaze influence got.
Deafheaven is unapologetically influenced by Alcest. The singer of Alcest did one of the spoken word sections on Sunbather actually.
Yeah, I remember hearing that.
Yeah, I got a huge boner for Deafheaven. They really get me. I love all their stuff.
I'm probably gonna listen to more of their stuff now.
You gotta listen to their back catalog, man. They're so good.
Honestly,
even Roads to Judah, which is the least Daisy one. I think that one's probably the closest to black metal. I still like that.
I would say their demo EP.
I was almost expecting them to be a black metal Deftones.
Oh no.
I mean, just hearing their name, that's what I was expecting.
I think you just broke Pico.
Pico's disgusted.
Yeah, this song, I feel like we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about the outro, because it is blissful. It's fucking beautiful.
I saw a YouTube comment calling it the best 4 minutes of music he's ever heard. That is in 2018. I think I might agree with him there.
That's a really bold
in
statement.
2018, I'll agree with that. It might be. Actually, that is a bold statement, but it is great. When it
if it was
in,
an entire song, it would be the best piece of music in 2018, hands down.
If that outro went for 20 minutes, I would be okay with that. It's so nice.
Imagine their next track is a post-rock song that takes that idea one step further. That'd be so
I have
cool.
a feeling the next track is gonna be monstrous.
It's gonna be loud. No. It's gonna be a second Irresistible. That would be awesome.
I do love Irresistible. But
my band and I covered Irresistible a year ago.
Really?
If we can cover another Deafheaven song, that'd be sick.
Yeah. I'm really excited for this album. I'm very hyped.
I think it's July 13th, so that's gonna be amazing.
I think it's their worst album art, easily. but I'm still very hyped for the album, and I already pre-ordered the vinyl.
Yeah, the album art looks like something from Suicide Boys. I've never listened to them, but I've seen pictures of their albums, and that's what it reminds me of.
The album art looks like a stock photo in like a photo frame at Target.
I don't know if
it's so boring.
Is that a band member in the picture? Is that some random dude?
No, it's a lady.
Here's the thing with their album art, right?
Yeah.
It's not that it's good, but it shows that they're really embracing that hipster, categorization. Because it's such
them,
a non-black.
It's them doing
thing.
what they want to do.
Their album
but
art
like the cover for Sunbather was kind of hipstery. It's supposed to like represent what you see if you're laying on your back and looking at the sun.
That's what that is?
And it kind of does. Yeah, that's what the pink is.
It just looked like an Aeropostale shirt to me.
And then New Bermuda, that one, I love that cover. It's finger paint, which I love. Oh yeah, New Bermuda is easily their best cover. And on the vinyl, I have it. It's embossed and like it's raised on the finger paint part. It's so fucking cool.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I still respect this album art. I'm not sure this is their official album art. I hope it's not.
Yeah, they have like a high level of album art, and I think this is their lowest.
But it's still good. I'm not gonna say it's shitty album art by any means.
No. And the song itself sold me on the album without even seeing it.
Oh, for sure. I mean, we're getting a new Minorgan this year too, so this is just post-Black year, and I'm so happy.
This year's been so great for music already.
Oh yeah.
So much black metal.
And we've got a lot of good
There's been so much good music.
We've got a ton of good stuff coming out too.
I know. Mm-hmm. I'm so happy.
New Out the Gates, guys.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
All we need is that new Tool album confirmed, and it's the perfect year for music.
It's pretty confirmed.
Yeah.
Which band?
Tool.
Oh wait, it's confirmed?
Almost. It's basically confirmed.
Fuck me.
They've been in like the studio and stuff.
I don't know if it was just some of Maynard's dry humor poking out, but a couple of months ago in a interview he was like, "Oh yeah, all we have is the vocals. That's all."
Yeah, that was the last thing I had heard. Was the music was done, so he can finally work on the vocals.
But at the same time, I can't tell if that's just Maynard's weird humor coming out or if he's being serious.
If it's his weird humor, he's not funny.
Okay, some of his interview jokes that he pulls on people really suck. Like, no offense to him, but they're really
funny.
They're
funny in hindsight.
Some of them are really funny, but like some of them just really miss the mark.
I guess so.
Like I remember there was this one that I thought was really funny. It was an interviewer, and they were like, "Oh, Maynard, some DJ made a remix of one of your songs. Which one of his songs would you want to make a remix of?" And he's like, "Oh, the third one." I thought that was pretty funny.
But getting back on track with the track reviews.
Our final.
How about the final one, Countess?
Countess. I actually really dug it.
They're by far the most underground band here, but
yeah, we had a lot of big name releases this week.
I like the Countess song.
The new Countess song is awesome. So
yeah. I like the album art too.
Yeah. I really, really liked the intro. I thought it was very creepy, but fit like the vibe they were creating, and the drums kicked in real nice.
I think before we get really in depth into Countess, some like background is a bit necessary.
Oh, okay.
So like,
it's all you then.
Yeah. So I've been a huge Countess fan since like their latest album dropped in 2015, 2016, I forget exactly. But since then I realized they're the first Dutch black metal band, and they kind of just like paved the way for Eastern European black metal, if you ask me. Like you have Countess, you have Behemoth, you have all the second wave black metal, but in the late 90s or early 2000s, Countess started to like mix second wave black metal with traditional heavy metal, and that's where we get this more streamlined melodic sound, which is really prevalent in their newest track.
It's a really good sound.
Okay, yeah, I could definitely hear the melodic.
Mm-hmm. The guitar tone isn't, a straight black metal tone, but it's not straight, traditional heavy metal either. I think there's also the track with the least bass.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
definitely.
Oh, from this week, you mean? Yeah, for sure.
But even without the bass in the mix, I think it just sounds so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't feel like it was lacking. Like, you saying that makes me realize that it definitely was the lowest bass this week, but when I was listening to the track, I didn't, like, feel like I was wanting more bass.
Yeah.
It probably would have helped, but I wasn't upset about it.
Like, the lack of bass wasn't a detriment, which is
I think they compensated for the lack of bass with the really tasty drums overall. Like, they have a damn good drummer.
The drums were good.
And
yeah.
Outro fills are just very, very traditional heavy metal. So,
yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed this tune.
Yeah, I loved the spooky intro. That was my favorite part. I didn't really love the vocals, but I didn't hate them.
Mm-hmm.
I would say I'd say with the entire week we didn't have a bad track.
No. No.
I think Countess is really known for just having this really, like, epic vibe about the black metal.
Yeah, and it was a short track for how, like, epic it felt. Mm-hmm. It was a big feeling track.
I know some of their other songs are like 11 minutes long. I think there's one 20-minute long song, which is good, but isn't like a Countess staple.
Damn.
Like, really good. It's like 4 to 5 minute tracks that are just like quick to the point, but still having this epic, you know, almost battlefield-like sound.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive how epic it sounded for how short it was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hard to create that atmosphere, because they had like a minute-long intro too, and it still like felt like a big track.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably going to be an opener or it's going to be an outro. That's the only way I can see it.
It definitely feels like an opener to me, I agree.
And the best part of it, though, was just the guitar melodies, like, while playing with the synth part over top. I think
I can see that, yeah.
Yeah.
And it didn't go, like, ham with trem picking. It wasn't, you know, stupid.
No. There wasn't a ton of it, I wouldn't say.
Although I think my favorite part is always Countess's lyrics, which this time around is just about Satan and Satan's horror in particular.
Yeah.
Just like...
Yeah, definitely.
Did we even say the name of the track?
Sorry, the name of the track is Countess, The Wrath of Satan's Horror.
Yeah.
In case we didn't mention that.
I don't think we did, but yeah. I think Deafheaven's track had a more harsh name, Honeycomb.
Yeah, that's just a hipster name.
Honeycomb actually scared me. Like, I don't like saying it out loud when it's dark. It really spooks me. Like, I don't know, man. It's really scary.
But when the family's around, I do like telling them about Satan's horror.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the entire song's about the wrath of Satan's horror. Countess's songs are like...
Which, as you can imagine, isn't a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I almost consider Countess the Sabaton of black metal.
I was actually thinking Man-O-War of black metal, but I can see Sabaton.
No, Sabaton because with their overall albums, they're always about battles and warfare, or something like that.
I was singing the song alone.
This song alone is more anthemic, so I see a Man-O-War. But their general lyrical themes are just war, death to society, more war, apocalypse, Satan.
As you do.
You know, real second wave black metal themes, but
real true things.
In a more commercial setting than Marduk, for example.
Yeah.
Overall, though, we had an awesome week of music.
Oh yeah.
I was very happy.
I actually already have my recommendations picked out. If you guys want to go ahead with those. All right. So I guess I'll just start off with my recommendation. I'm gonna go with a track by Ingested that I thought was released on Friday, but it was actually released about a month ago. Invidious by Ingested. It's going to be off of their new album coming up at the end of this next week. And I'm really looking forward to it. I'm a Slam fan. Ingested's a big name in Slam. I mean, what else is there to look forward to?
Slam bam, thank you ma'am. I'll go next. Inferi just put out an album today, April 21st. It's called Revenant. They're like a melodic.
I thought they put it out yesterday.
Was it yesterday? Either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Revenant by Inferi, and the song I'm recommending is called Condemned Assailant, track number 2. They're a really intense like brutal death metal band that I'm liking it. I haven't listened to the whole album yet, but what I've heard I've liked a lot.
Yeah, I've heard them called generic death metal, which I can totally see.
Yeah. And when you think about it, brutal death metal is kind of generic just as a rule.
It definitely can be. They have a track with Trevor Strnad from Black Dahlia Murder, and that song's pretty dope too.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of think they're the Machine Head of death metal,
Murder?
Because every track has a very unnecessary, like, minute-long startup, just like Machine Head.
Speaking of Machine Head, their latest album is terrible. Never listened to that.
I don't know, I kind of enjoyed a couple of tracks.
That album's a bummer.
I said kinda.
That album's a bummer. Alright, what's your recommendation, Pico?
That's the new Cancer Bath song. I know it's not really metal, but like the vocals are growled.
It's metal enough.
So, and it kind of sounds like hardcore. So yeah, kind of.
Yeah, I'd go with hardcore for sure.
And that song's Gatekeeper, which is their opener off the new album, The Spark That Moves. It's just overall a really fun, really short to the point hardcore song. You know,
I also want to give like an honorable shout out to like a Perfect Circle's new album. Like, it's not metal. I mean, it's not even close to metal, but a Perfect Circle is a big name. This album was pretty good, even though it's a far cry from some of their other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you don't like the new sound they've got, Talk off of the album, it's got a lot of what their old sound had. And I can completely understand why people are upset at them for the way this album sounds.
Yeah, I haven't listened to the whole thing, so I'm not sure, really. But, you know, new Perfect Circle might mean a new Tool this year. New Tool this year will be dope. So, you know, that's how it is.
Alright. So, I've been Hayden.
I've been Pico.
And I'm still Joey.
This is the Metal Utopia podcast signing off.
Bye-bye.